A major change in the weather is on the way. We're talking more severe weather, snow, fire weather, and a huge temperature swing. We'll have all that and more in your forecast starting now. Whoa! All right, let's take a look at the current weather warnings across the United States right now. And bear with me, guys. I'm still on vacation, so I don't have my green screen, so you're just going to have to deal with me in the bottom right corner. Now, if we take a look at these warnings across the United States, we've got a big patch of red flag warnings here in Oklahoma and into Arkansas and Missouri, where some strong winds could make for some dangerous fire weather today. And we've also got some winter weather advisories here out west in the mountains where snow continues to fall. Salt Lake City and Utah and up into Montana have been getting snow for weeks now. Once again, those skiers have been happy. Else than that, though, this is a welcome change for the eastern United States. We barely have any warnings at all. All right, so let's take a look at the upper levels of the atmosphere. This gives us a really good idea about what will happen over the next week in weather. Plus, we'll take a look at a pretty nasty jet stream that's going to develop. There's really not much to talk about here Friday and Saturday, but watch as we go into Sunday. Check that huge dip in the jet stream right in there. That's our dip that we're talking about. We got an upper level low here right off to the north, and that'll slide off to the east during the overnight hours Monday night. Now we'll take a look at the surface level in just a second, but we are going to have a surface low right in there, and right along that will be a cold front. And that will be the catalyst for the severe weather that we'll get on Sunday, generally in the deep south areas that have seen multiple rounds of tornadoes and hail and severe weather so far this March. And once again, they're due for yet another round of severe weather on Sunday. We'll get to that in just a second. Once again, you'll notice the jet stream really doesn't dip down into Texas and Arkansas here, so the threat might not be a tornado threat, it might more be a hail threat. Once again, we'll talk about that in just a second. After that disturbance moves through, check it out. We have a death ridge developing across the plains. Now, what do I mean by death ridge? That's just a term that storm chasers use. And you'll notice here, this is that ridge. That's a ridge of high pressure that develops over Texas. And that is basically a severe weather killer. That just means the last week of March, we probably won't see much severe weather, if any. Maybe some isolated outbreaks here or there, but for the most part, we shouldn't have organized severe weather during that week because of this ridge. And that ridge stays in place really until we get to the end of March. Watch as we have another storm system right in there. And that'll be when our pattern flips again, when we could get another severe weather chance at the beginning of April. All right, so looking at the severe weather threat this weekend, we do have a slight risk out for Sunday, March 23rd. That includes the cities of Shreveport and Memphis, Tennessee, where we are expecting that cold front to possibly initiate some strong storms. The main risks on Sunday aren't going to be tornadoes. While a tornado or two is possible, the greater risk here is actually hail and locally damaging winds. I don't think Sunday will be a tornado outbreak like we've seen the past couple of weekends. Now, how is this all going to go down? Let's time this thing out here. So this is starting during the day on Saturday. You'll notice a weak low pressure up here that could give some snow up in Canada, maybe some rain in the upper Ohio Valley. That's not going to be a big deal. Check it out, though. Here's our storm system that's sliding off of the Rockies during the morning hours on Sunday. That's going to be a 995 low, so pretty decently strong here. We'll have snow on the northern side from Minnesota and Wisconsin, maybe into Michigan, rain on the southern side for the Ohio Valley. And right there is that cold front that we talked about that will be pushing in the initiator for all of those storms. You'll notice the green there. That is our thunderstorms. That's our severe storms that we're expecting. It looks like a lot of those will be Sunday night into Monday morning. Now, zooming in here, zoop. Gosh, I love doing that. I don't know why. I just love it. We're going to time this out hour by hour here. Once again, this is the NAM model, so take this with a grain of salt. But I think this does a pretty good job of giving you a general idea about when these storms are going to come. So this is Sunday, March 23rd at 2 p.m. Here's that cold front. Notice as we go throughout the day on Sunday, this is Sunday at 5. That cold front's going to slide to the east, and then storms are going to fire Sunday night right there. And then they could continue into the overnight hours, and Monday morning they should generally be fizzling out. Now for this setup, there'll be a good amount of CAPE. That's the energy thing, Gatorade for storms. There'll be plenty of energy in Arkansas and Texas. The further north and east you go, the less CAPE you're going to get. The big limiter here is the wind and the profiles. We aren't really going to have a strong jet streak in place, which means the tornado potential doesn't look like the main threat with this storm system. Thank goodness. All right, so that was the severe weather we're expecting Sunday. Also, not to be lost on here, guys, we are going to have some snow on the northern side of this storm system. Could get a couple of inches up there, maybe upwards of 6+ in some spots. I know we got some people up there in the upper peninsula of Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota. Enjoy that snow, baby. We're getting into spring. I'm just saying, not going to get many more chances like this. And as we go into Monday, that storm system will slide off the East Coast, move over the ocean, and then Tuesday could be a beautiful day across much of the United States. Look at that. Not really a whole lot. Maybe some rain here in the Ohio Valley and Mid-Atlantic, maybe down here in Florida and the Southeast, but else than that, Tuesday should be a gorgeous day. And then going into Wednesday, beautiful conditions persist. Not a lot going on. Even into Thursday, maybe some rain across the Ohio Valley once again, maybe down in Texas as well. But guys, this is very quiet. That's what we mean by when we say death ridge. That just means that quiets the weather down big time. Stop me if you've heard this before. Yet again, another storm system late week pushes across the Pacific Northwest, giving some more mountain snow. Are you kidding me? They're getting dumped on and dumped on. This winter doesn't stop for them. Going into next weekend, this is really where things get interesting. Check it out. Sunday, March 30th. This is when we could have more severe weather, and we could get a pretty strong storm system with snow on the north side and severe weather on the south side here towards the end of March, the beginning of April. All right, guys, let's talk precipitation. Where are we expecting the most rain, the most snow to fall over the next week? That's the eastern United States by far, where we'll have inches of rain that'll fall and inches of snow that'll fall from Florida all the way up to the upper peninsula of Michigan. Southwest remains dry. The Pacific Northwest is going to get hammered by several storm systems. That'll drop a lot of snow and rain for you guys over the next week. Now, we're almost done with showing snow graphics for the rest of the year. Surprise, surprise, Ohio. Once again, zilch. This has been a terrible winter for me. I hate it. Big winters in snowfall are by far out here. The West, the Pacific Northwest, that has been a continued theme over this entire winter. And then once again, the Dakotas into Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, even in parts of Maine and New Hampshire, Vermont. You guys are going to get snow. Everyone south of that, sorry, you're out of luck. No snow for you. Anyone that's ever seen Seinfeld gets that reference. Now, also, guys, we are talking fire weather over the next couple of days. We will have dangerous fire conditions from Oklahoma into Missouri, with critical conditions down here in Texas. We got strong winds, low humidity. That risk will slide west during the day tomorrow as we get another system with some strong winds, low humidity over southern New Mexico and western Texas. All right, guys, lastly, this was that big pattern shift I was talking about. With that ridge of high pressure, the western United States will be well above average. Now, if you remember just a week ago, the eastern United States was going to be warm, but now it's the West's turn. They've been frigid for weeks now. The Northeast and Midwest generally being lower than normal on the temperatures. I'm down here in Florida. We're going to be in the 80s, so I'm chilling. Let's go. All right, we're going to end here with a little bit of fun here. So the Stormfront Freaks is hosting a March Madness PDS showdown. And a lot of you went and created brackets. I wanted to give you an update about who's in first. Check it out. Tornado Greg. That's Greg Johnson, a Stormfront Freak co-host and epic photographer and storm chaser, is currently in first place. He almost had a perfect bracket. He was one pick away. In a close second here, we got By Stanfield, Jason Kippa from the Weather Store tied for second. Kira Diesel and Jonathan Hawks, Patrick Hamborough, Gannon Godwin, Josh Johnson, all tied for fourth. Armad Mamaji tied for ninth with Clay, Kirk, and Andy, and Jonathan as well. Next, we got Phil also tied for ninth. Chris Pennington tied for 21st. Reed Timmer tied for 21st as well. Yikes, I'm not even on the first page. I suck. Neither is Jordan. Jordan Hall also is not on the first page. Embarrassing. Lastly, guys, I just wanted to thank everyone, all of our new subscribers, all of the new Twitter followers for the Stormfront Freaks, for my StormCat5 account, and for this page here that I'm showing. Thank you guys so much. I know a lot of you are coming over from Reed's stream, and I've been having a lot of fun doing the weather with Brian and Reed and Edgar and the whole Dominator team. That will continue going forward, and thank you for everyone that has joined me over there. I will also continue doing live streams right here on our YouTube page. All right, guys, that about does it for today. And as always, find someone, tell them you love them, do something nice for someone today, spread love. God knows we all need it. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say it. Oh, I'm going to say it. It's the StormCat5, and I'll see you on the next one.